What's up viewers, welcome back to another TV box review. So today we have another live TV box model, and this one is from the brand Monsterbox and it's called the X1 Pro. And now a quick unboxing. Welcome back. The package contents include one Monsterbox X1 Pro model, one infrared remote, one HDMI cable, a 5V 2A DC power adapter, and a user manual. For display, audio, and networking, it has one HDMI port, one RJ45 Ethernet LAN port, one optical audio, one AV port, one IR extender port, the DC power input, and a pair of external antennas to its rear. For external storage, it has one USB 3.0 port, one USB 2.0, a micro SD card reader, and a reset button to the side. At the front, it has an LED display, and for ventilation, below the box has 4 anti-skid rubber pads and ventilation holes. In starting up the box, you have the Monsterbox animation followed by a disclaimer about the usage and the services provided, followed by the launcher. The launcher appears identical to the launcher in the Superbox models, but it's slightly different in that it has the same main icons area and a shortcuts bar below here. At the bottom, you have the icon for the settings area, your file browser, the one-click icon for freeing up system resources, a speed test icon, an icon for uninstalling apps, and a help and support icon. What's different is that to access the app section, you have to navigate to the top of the screen and click this icon. This launcher also does not have a navigation bar or status bar. This firmware was built using the Android 9 SDK, and here is the firmware build information. You have access to developer options, but when you exit the About section, there is no developer option shortcut. You have to use a developer option shortcut app from the Play Store. For display, you have 4K 2160p at 60Hz, and this is true 60Hz as detected by my capture card. It features HDR display with the option to set it to Auto HDR. This feature is supposed to automatically trigger the HDR feature when you play a video instead of having it always on by default, which can lead to over-contrast displays on non-HDR TVs. It has surround sound audio options. However, I won't count on it having surround sound audio features because in similar fashion to the Superbox model, I don't believe that it has the right audio decoders. It has 54 various languages to choose from. And this launcher does not have a root switch, hardware monitor feature, built-in screen rotation, power key definition options, HDMI CEC options, Dolby Vision options, navigation bar or status bar feature. In the app section, they have included the Google Play Store and the Google Play services. You have OTA updates, a Miracast receiver app, and local updates. This firmware is not fully Google certified, nor does it have the digital rights to stream premium movie services such as Netflix, Disney+, and Amazon Prime Video in HD and 4K quality. You can install and run these apps, but they will be limited to basic 480p. Here it shows that it only has Google Widevine Level 3 with no HDCP protection, which is insufficient to protect their services from piracy. The new standard for Android streaming devices is that it must be running Android tvOS or Google tvOS with no root access with Widevine Level 1 with HDCP 2.2 or 2.3 protection. For root access, the firmware is rooted as shown here by the Root Checker app. However, it does not feature a root switch, which means that apps that require your box not to be rooted will not work. Let's now take a look at its system and hardware information. This chipset is Allwinner and it comes with 2GB of DDR3 RAM and 16GB of internal storage. Its Bluetooth version is 4.1. Its CPU is the Allwinner H6, which is a quad-core Cortex-A53 CPU clocked at 1.4 GHz with support for only 32-bit apps and games. Its GPU is the dual-core Mali T720 with OpenGLES version 3.1 support. Under network, it shows that it has dual-band 2.4 plus 5 GHz Wi-Fi support. Its operating system is Android 9 Pie and it shows that the box is rooted. Under devices, shows that it does not have GPU Vulkan support. Under temperature, the box idles around 65 degrees Celsius. Under codecs, it has all the decoders for the playback of 4K HDR videos, however, it does not have any Dolby or DTS decoders. And that's its system and hardware information. When watching YouTube videos, you are limited to either 1080p or 1440p resolution, as when you attempt to set it to 4K 2160p, it begins to stutter. For screencasting via its Mirrorcast receiver app, I made numerous attempts with different mobile devices and I could not detect the outgoing Wi-Fi signal to pair to it. So I attempted to use the AirScreen app and the result was the same, I couldn't connect. For enhancing my navigation experience with mouse pointers, I installed the menu button alternative navigation bar and all features are working, including the recent apps feature. I also installed an alternative launcher called the ADW Launcher 2 with all features working such as drag and drop shortcuts and long click menu pop-ups. However, when you attempt to set the launcher as your default launcher each time you restart the box, it always returns to the default Monsterbox launcher. To test its 4K HDR video playback capabilities, I'll now play my list of 4K HDR videos to test for smoothness of playback and to test its HDR display.
And only a win for Barca would be enough because it would give them the same number of points as Atletico, but the head-to-head goal difference is what counts in the case of a tie on points.
Most of the 4K videos played without issues, with the exception of the jellyfish video that has a high bitrate. Also, similar to the Superbox model, it does not auto-activate the HDR feature on my TV. However, it does activate if you turn it on manually. And as expected, when I connected the box to my 7.1 audio receiver to test for surround sound audio formats, due to the lack of required decoders, it does not output any surround sound audio, only basic PCM.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels to moving around you with 10.
With specs such as this, the X1 Pro is not a very good gamer as it struggles to play the simplest of Android games on the Play Store. Also, the Play Store is limited, so there are lots of apps and games that aren't available. And now I'll do a quick slideshow of its benchmarks and let's see where it places on the rankings chart. So after entering the scores on the chart, the Monsterbox X1 Pro is at position 74 in reference to Antutu benchmark scores, which places it right among the other Allwinner models. You can view this chart on my blog where you can view the rest of its benchmark scores in comparison to other boxes, and you can also get a $50 discount using this link right here. See the link in the description below this video. Just remember, you can take advantage of a $50 off coupon using the link in the description below this video. Thanks for watching. Give this video the thumbs up if you like this product and the service it provides. If you are new to this channel and don't understand what this product is all about, you can ask your questions in the comments or you can contact me directly via email at tvboxstop@gmail.com. Also, remember to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell to keep in the loop as to when I release new videos or decide to do a giveaway. Stay tuned and see you in the next one.